feeling me, you're feeling me. I can't stop. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling, you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling. I can't stop.
Temperature's decreasing. It's now 23 Celsius.
I can't stop. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I can't stop. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling, you're feeling me. You're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me. You're feeling. I
218.9.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to Porsche Cup Challenge Euro Global Division. And here you go. We're coming in tongue tied already. Look at that. Coming at you hot and heavy here at Spa Grand Prix. It's going to be a crazy, crazy race for you tonight. And I'm also joined here with me in the broadcasting booth. Adam Morrow is here to, I guess, talk us through the race and be the statistics guy.
Try to help out where I can there for you, Mike. Thanks again for having me and all the Porsche Cup Challenge drivers showing up here. It looks like we got a great grid halfway through the season. Geez, I'm really excited to see how this goes. But halfway through, starting to understand a little bit more about the drivers, how they drive, what are their good and bad habits. So let's see who wants to carry the baton to the second half of the season here. Should be good.
Yeah, definitely. So right now we're just doing our usual 15-minute open qualifying. You get 4 laps maximum.
Fastest lap for Hammer, 218.5.
Oh, it looks like wow. 218.491. I don't even believe that. That is unbelievable. What a lap from Philip Hammer right now. And that is the provisional pole for this race so far. So let's see how this unfolds as qualifying keeps going. But that's one crazy lap. But right now, this week, our within 1% of the VRS lap is going to be a 2 minutes, 20 seconds, .393, I believe it was, 393?
Sounds about right.
349.349, 220.349 is within 1% of the VRS lap. So it's quite a lap actually to get within that. So
really is such a long lap time. This track's brutal trying to piece everything together. That lap time by Philip Hammer, wow.
Yeah, I'm actually in shock. Guys, I really am. And you actually had the opportunity on Thursday to race this track in Porsche Cup Challenge and against a very different field. It's the Americas division, so it's a very different field that you're against. How did it feel to be out there at Spa with, I think, about 25, 26 cars? How was that?
Yeah, it was good. Luckily, or unlucky, I had a bad sprint, bad qualifying, so I started up front. So it was kind of peaceful, but a couple guys kept blowing through my doors there. But I went back and watched the broadcast and see how some of the other guys came through the field, and like Ryan Winfield, he seemed to catch fire midway through. So it was interesting, how tough it is to pass and how critical it is to just be smooth through these long lap times to piece it together.
Yeah, definitely. It's really not an easy track. I actually took it to a challenge for myself to do a few races in the public official lobbies, and I gotta say it's real hard. I put my best lap I've ever done. I do a 219.9, and I qualified in 17th place in a lobby of 22. It's like I wasn't even in the top split. Absolutely. Ridiculous.
That's wild. Wow. I haven't, like I said, I haven't dipped into the 119s there. So
219.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, that would even be flying. I'd need to find a jump across the track there to get that. But that's always tough. You get some smoking lap and think, oh, you're on top of the world, and then go in and just get beat down 17th place.
And here we've got Danny Hugendorn. We're following along with right now in his little picture there. No, it's not his Tinder picture, as we found out actually. That's too bad. Would have been a good one. But here he is at Eau Rouge, and now he gets to do it on his own in his own little Porsche car right here. That's got to be quite an experience to have that, to see it live, and then to do it in iRacing, to do it virtually. Like that is awesome.
Cool. Yeah, and last week's winner. So let's see if he's got the winner's hangover from last round, or he's catching fire and building up some momentum here.
Definitely a driver to follow. He has strong pace, and so we're gonna have to see how that comes through. It looks like our qualifying is now finished. I'll be able to pull up our qualifying results. And there you go, Philip Hammer for qualifying on pole position. Congratulations, Philip Hammer, for that pole position. He's beat out Igor Koz. That doesn't happen too frequently, but it happened by a very large margin this time round. Igor Koz is in second place. Gordon Ramsay is in third. Wow, what a lap from Gordon Ramsay, the Scotland We'll call him
The
the Scotland
Flying
Yard.
Scott. Yeah.
There you go.
That works. Yeah.
Thanks for catching me there, bud. Got Danny Hugendorn in 4th, Thorsten Seifert in 5th, Yuri Steinmetz in 6th, Ryan Winfeld in 7th, Thomas Worm Jr. in 8th, Jonathan Newman in 9th, Lee Holmes in 10th, Corey Lazarus 11, Julian Wiest in 12, Rob West in 13, Jason Lyons 14, Alexander Redhead 15, Barry Clayton 16, Glenn Humberstone 17, and we have a bunch of drivers that it looks like they just didn't set a time. Maybe they got 1x off tracks and all the different things, but they're here to race, and I guess they're going to start at the back. That's going to definitely not help Ben Cipher. So
that's good. You get Redhead there, who won last week's. Humberstone's there, and Jason Lyons is in there. Those guys are all in the heat for the championship points. So let's see how it goes.
Definitely. So we're just waiting for a few more cars to grid up, get into their car, get into their cockpit, and hit that ready, let's go button, and then away we go. So we're just waiting for that to happen, and then we'll be off to the races. There's Philip Hammer, who's now hit the grid. And we've got 10 seconds left for any stragglers. Let's see if there's any. Let's take away that so you can see all the beautiful cars.
The track temp is 23 Celsius.
Here we go. The lights are on.
Michael, nice and neat.
You got 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light engine revving up, and the lights are off, and away we go. Here we go. We got Philip Hammers having an excellent launch, followed by Igor Koz. And wow, and see, everyone's just now breaking into Lecombs and coming around that turn, coming towards Eau Rouge. And let's actually do a chopper view going up Eau Rouge. And they're just going through single file, as you can see.
Clean, nice driving, boys.
Oh no, and something happened to Philip Hammer? Oh no, just blinked. Just a blink.
Yeah, our scorecard can't keep up with a guy.
Yeah, he's so fast, our scorecard can't even keep up. Here you go, you're going to have a whole bunch of 2-wide, 3-way. We follow along with Rob West right now, and he's just eating the broadcaster curse by missing his braking point right there on the very first lap. Being followed by Corey Lazarus. There's been some moving and shaking through the field, but not too much. This track actually offers a lot of great opportunity to race. A lot of space to go side by side, a lot of opportunity to make a pass, and here you go, line of Porsches. Everyone's behaving very, very well, it's looking like. And what's the name of this turn?
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. Here you go with Igor Koz challenging for the lead on Philip Hammer, going too wide and trying to make that pass so he can start trying to run away with it on his own. But Philip Hammer's got something to say about that, and he is making Igor work for it. Igor's got the shorter distance to travel, but of course Philip Hammer wants that spot back. Gordon is just he's just got the greatest point of view of this beautiful battle up front, and he's now getting closer and closer with their pace just being slowed down just a little bit. And Gordon may start poking his own nose up into the heat of this moment here.
Jeez, I wonder if that's the sign for our future. I mean, Igor just dropping the gloves right off the bat, first lap, cold tires, and push his way to the front. Maybe he's trying to make a statement here.
I would say so. Definitely not going to let him go. He wants every position, every spot matters. And here we go. And almost some contact. And that looks like Rob West missed his braking point once again, just a little bit. And is now getting eaten alive by Barry Clayton, I think. Yeah, Barry Clayton's up the side of Rob West after that the little mishap at the chicane. Is Barry Clayton able to get the overlap under braking? Yes, and Rob A. West has got that defensive inside line. And so that's actually opened the door for Barry Clayton to be passed by Wilford.
Nicely done again. That's also a hard one, the first lap when your tires are cool like that. So we're starting to get some heating in here. Let's see if we can push it through here.
And there was Wilford. He decided to, and we're going to have some slowdowns after that one. So this is going to be a huge mix-up. And here you can see Gherkin Demir's making some passes, taking advantage of some of these drivers who have to slow down and serve that penalty.
Wow, look at that.
So there's Wilfer up the inside. Gherkin and Demir going around the outside. So, oh, no, it's just the timing tower can't keep up again. But heading right back up to the very front pack of this race, we got Igor Koz is in the lead. Philip Hammer is looks like after that amazing qualifying lap, Igor has found the solution, is starting to put a gap on the Hammer. With Gordon Ramsay has actually closed his gap on Hammer as well. So this is turning out to be a real interesting race. And
what we got going on here, absolutely.
Definitely. I see Danny Hugendorn, Thorsten Seifert, Ryan Winfeld, Lee Holmes, Thomas Worm Jr., all these drivers, a lot of these drivers all ready to pounce on anyone who makes a mistake.
Nice to see Winfield up there. You know, last Thursday he had a good race. Didn't really catch fire till halfway, but when he did, he was charging through the pack. So maybe he could pick up that momentum through here in the sprint and carry to the feature. He's all over our last week's winner, Danny Hugendorn. Let's see what happens.
Oh, definitely. Ryan Winfeld, he changed his rig, so he's a little bit slow on the uptake of the new setup, it seemed like. But right now, it's definitely looked like he's gotten used to it. He's now starting to challenge for Danny Hugendorn's position.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes that's it. Us sim races, we like to tinker, but sometimes we make a move that puts us backwards. It takes a while to really realize if that made an improvement or not, or set us backwards because we're so used to our old setup. So it looks like Winfield's kind of going through that phase, kind of 2 steps, or 1 step back, 2 steps forward now.
Definitely. And here's Yuri Steinmetz, who started. Where did he start? He's 6 positions down. How did that even happen? How did that happen?
All it takes is a little slip up in Eau Rouge there, and you're in trouble when there's those spots. But it's great to see those amateur guys again. Jason Lyons with the great sprint race, and Newman, Jonathan Newman. For me, that's a new one. Another fellow American up there with a good run here.
Yeah, this is Jonathan Newman's first race, I believe. Oh, a little bit of a bumping and bruising going on between some of the cars. A little bit of a miscues going on. And and here's Rob West and Corey Lazarus going side by side. And Corey Lazarus, with the shorter distance travel, is going to have a huge advantage coming around this corner. Rob West not able to make it happen. And right in front, you can see Yuri Steinmetz trying to find his own way through Jonathan Newman. Let's see if he can make that desperate dive up the inside on this turn. No, and he's gonna wait it out.
Battles everywhere, and I like West's move there, kind of opening the door for Lazarus there too. Lazarus is blistering fast, and Rob could latch onto that draft and try to catch this other pack if time permits. This 15-minute sprint, believe it or not, goes by real quick.
Definitely. There's this track. Wow, and here you see Yuri Steinmetz is really trying to poke his nose and get aggressive, trying to find a way to knock open that doorway on Jonathan Newman, and Jonathan Newman is just not cracking under pressure. And here you go. There we go. We got Yuri Steinmetz up. I don't know if this is going to be the move to make the pass, but we're going to find out right about now. And is he ahead? Oh, it's going to be tight.
And there's Lazarus right behind it. What's going to happen, boys? Because I'm right here. Look at that.
And that's opened the door for Corey Lazarus to get up alongside on Newman. Jeez. And under braking, Corey Lazarus makes the pass. Wow.
Nice, Corey. Take advantage of that.
And so that means that Corey actually made a pass on Rob West at some point earlier before this moment, and then made the pass on Jonathan Newman, making quick work of that as well. Actually, real quick, let's take a quick look at how did Corey Lazarus pass? Where is it? I think it's this. Was it this? No.
Yeah, right.
Yep, that was it.
Rob there. Nice pass.
Yep, that was it. Okay, back to live.
Yeah, way to work through the pack there. At least two that we saw from Lazarus to work up in that one lap, and 2 nice clean passes.
And there we just got the tail end of Philip Hammer and Igor Koz battling it out into what's the name of that corner? You're supposed to be my corner name guy.
Yeah,
come on.
We'll call it the right-hander, then that other one we'll call that one the left-hand sweeper. But geez, guys, give us the time to take a breath here. What a battle everywhere we look.
everywhere we look. We'll go with that. It's the right hand to the left hand. I think it's a turn. It's just I know I'm not going in an oval.
Yeah. I'd pull up the track map, but it might just kill my internet here. It might drop me out.
So right now we're following along with Jason Lyons, who's in P10, in the lead of all of the amateur drivers at the current moment, with Jonathan Newman, Alexander Redhead, Alexander Wilford, Rafa Cascarda, and Glenn Hemberstone behind them. It looks like Bensa Cypher didn't even start. I don't think he did. Patrick Hingston didn't even start. So.
Oh, that's a shame. Two of our fast guys there. Would have been nice to see Hingston, how he stacks up with Coase and Hammer and Ramsey with those guys. But, oh well, another time. Maybe, can Bent still get in if he misses the sprint race, or is that it's shot?
He might be able to get into, I think he can get into our final race, but he'll definitely starting at the back, which is not an advantage to him. And here you see Yuri Steinmetz making another pass, making easy work of this field on Jason Lyons here. Jason Lyons just letting him go easy, not trying to battle it out too much, as you can see. And now Corey Lazarus wants through.
Yeah, I think, Lyons, sandwiched between these pro guys, fast guys. I'm impressed with Lyons. Every week he seems to find a little bit more time, and I'm a big believer. You race with fast guys, you get faster. You latch on to some of those little changes, and you build up your racecraft and your speed. You could find some extra time, and Lyons is doing that week after week.
Definitely. I think at the end of the straight, here we go. We're going to have a battle for the lead under braking and through the right and the left. Let's see who comes out ahead. Philip Hammer's on the left lane position. Igor's on the right, and neither of them is making it easy. Philip Hammer's actually able to get ahead, but not enough to break that. Oh, he breaks the overlap and is able to bring it back to single file. Gordon Ramsay's directly behind, ready to pick up the scraps after all of these battles between these top two drivers of our race. Absolutely wild. They have another 4.5 minutes to go.
That was Les Combs into the Rivage, and now they're coming down in this left-hander. I looked it up there for you guys because I know someone's biting them. It's this. This is Puhan corner, this left-hand sweeper.
Puhan, I don't know if you're saying that one.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
P-O-U-H-O-N, close enough, and we get a laugh out of it. Why not?
French should be your second language too. No.
No, not going there.
Ryan Winfeld is the back of this lead pack. It's about 4.5 second gap to P7. So really, these top 6 cars, it's anybody's guess on who's going to be the winner of this race. But I can tell you right now, I don't think Philip Hammer is going to give up P1 all that easy. That's not going to happen. So it's going to be tight. We got another 3.5 minutes to go, and a lot of racing. Oh, and it looks like now there's a small gap between Gordon Ramsay and Thorsten Seifert. So now Danny Hugendorn, I wonder if he's going to start thinking about, should I make a pass, or am I going to just tuck in behind and trust Thorsten to bring me as far ahead as he's already brought me?
You just look at that, throw a blanket over these guys just going at it. I can't wait for this feature already. I'm getting ahead of myself here because this is awesome.
It looks like Thorsten Seifert has mastered the chicane. He gained up 0.4 of a second on Gordon just through that one sequence of corners. Unbelievable.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Here we go, heading up through Eau Rouge. Philip Hammer in the lead. Igor Coase in tow. He's definitely going to be close enough to make another attempt at a pass. Let's see, does he go for it? I don't know if he got the exit of Eau Rouge and Rodillion that he wanted.
He held on.
Oh, in the background, yeah. I don't think that Igor's close enough to get that run on him that he had previous laps, but he's going to have one more lap to try and make that attempt, that's for sure. And in the back, we see now Yuri Steinmetz and Julien Wish going side by side. Yuri heavy and hard under braking, making that pass on Julien. I have that French tongue on that name. It's
really rolling that nice.
Julien, but it's not. It's got to have a German fling to it. And I just can't. I can't do it. Julien.
For the effort there.
I'm gonna try Julien Wish. I think I got it. That's the best one I've got so far. It's like...
Yeah, Julian really wanted to hold on to those. You know, Steinmetz too. He wants to get up to Thomas Worm and get in that top 8, so you get that inverse grid. Personally, I'm a big fan of that. It helps with my driving style to stay within that top 8 can really help you in the feature.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing Glenn Humberstone has crashed. Let's take a quick look at exactly what happened to Glenn Humberstone. Oh, there he is. So there's Glenn. Let's reverse. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a blink. That's what happened. Okay, there you go. Just a little bit too juicy on the throttle. That's just a little bit of a spin, jump to the pits, and there you go. Let's get back to the live action as quick as we can. We got a little bit more side by side. Oh, going a little bit far off track. And I don't think that...
taking that to get the speed, eh? Interesting.
Definitely, but don't see them trying to take advantage of that, which... Oh, Jason Lyons going a little bit wide and eating up a 1X there in this battle against Corey Lazarus, which has definitely been heating up as we go.
Lyons, kudos for holding off Lazarus. He's picking through people.
Oh, and Igor makes the desperate dive into Lecomb's turn. Is that Lecomb's? No. That is La Source.
There you go.
There we go, into La Source and taking the lead on our final lap on the hammer. And that's brought Gordon Ramsay much closer than...
Look at Ramsay looking for a whiff here.
Definitely. That's brought Gordon Ramsay right up on their rear bumper, much closer than they would have hoped. And he's going to be looking at which car do I follow through with. Philip Hammer on the left lane position, Igor Koz on the right. And here we go one last time, and a little bit of a bump, door banging. And Gordon Ramsay trying to get through. Here we go.
Race.
What a race. And here we go.
It's Winfield.
We got
right
2 wide
too.
times 2. Is this a 3 wide? And no. And Gordon Ramsay getting in there, getting aggressive. Now
They're
Gordon,
nice.
My gosh. Oh no, and Igor Koz.
Hold on.
Giving a little bit of a shove to Danny Hugendorn. I'm not sure if that's a memory of his that he's held on to from last week or not, but that's... here we go with Gordon Ramsay's making...
Front. What a move.
Wow, Gordon Ramsay making the best out of that. Danny Hugendorn is now in 6th position. Oh, and Igor Koz is making a desperate dive up the inside, and that may not work out for any of them. That's going to put all of them quite far back. And Philip Hammer...
blood's got to be boiling after that one.
Oh, and then that's put Philip Hammer into the lead of this race with Thorsten Seifert in 2nd, Ryan Winfeld in 3rd, and Danny Hugendorn back up in the 4th with Igor Koz. And here you go with Igor Koz now being passed by Lee Holmes, and it looks like he may have damage on his car. So going for that desperate dive may not have served him too well.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't like getting the doors too close there, bumping around with everybody in there. But when you're 3 or 4 wide like that, going to the, I guess that's called rivage there, something's got to give. But man, he threw it in there hard. Last lap, everything goes, you know.
Definitely, and you got Philip Hammer. Congratulations for the win of that race. Thorsten Seifert in 2nd, Ryan Winfeld in 3rd, Lee Holmes in Danny Hugendorn in 4th. Lee Holmes in 5th. Oh, that's too far.
What the hell is Igor?
Oh, what a race.
What a
that
race.
Was amazing.
Lee Holmes in 5th. Gordon Ramsay in 6th. Thomas Worm Jr. in 7th. Igor Koz ending up in 8th. Yuri Steinmetz in 9th. Julian Witch in 10th. I'm going to just now bring up those results right now.
Yeah, I see the microphone of Coase and Gordon popping off there. I don't know what they're saying, but I don't know if I want to know what they're saying.
And so where did I leave off? I was at Julian Witch. Corey Lazarus up to 10th position. Jason Lyons able to hold on to somewhat where he qualified. And
now it's let these guys' blood pressure get down here, try to cool off after that one, because I know some people are going to be a little off by the way that handled. But guys, that's racing. That's last lap. You got to take your gloves off, and that's the racing we want to see. You know.
Definitely, and we just gotta let that the water fall off our back and just be okay with that, and look for the next race, the next lap, the next corner, and keep moving forward. And so we've got Jonathan Newman in P12, his first race as an amateur with us, and he's only 12 seconds back from the leaders. So that's quite a
Track
drive.
temperature's
Rob
decreasing.
West in
It's now
13th, Gherkin
23
Demir up to
Celsius.
14th, Alexander Wilford 15th, Alexander Redhead is 16, Barry Clayton 17, Rafa Casacerda in 18. Oh no, come back up. Igor, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Glenn Humberstone in 20. Patrick Hingston did not race, and neither did Benza Cypher, unfortunately. I would have loved to have seen Benza Cypher in this race, but... And especially, would have loved to have seen Patrick Hingston, but I guess someone, I don't know, let's say Daddy was calling. No, I'm just kidding.
Who knows? Well, I have to say, coming to my 3 keys to the race here. I'm going to switch it up. Hey, let's cool off after that sprint. You take a background picture. All those guys battling up front stayed up front in those positions. Nobody really lost too much ground there. Great finish, great race. My second key to the race is Eau Rouge. The guys that got it, thread that needle, find that time. The guys that don't, be smart. Lift if you have to. There's a lot of ground you could lose if you get off track there. And the next one, finish strong. Let's see it.
Here we go, the lights are on, lights are off, and away we go. And everyone's gotten away nice and cleanly, it looks like. And here we go. Why was Igor Koz in the very back? He must have had a slowdown penalty. Oh, and there's a little bit of a crash. It looks like Ryan Winfeld has spun. No. But there's luckily a lot of race. Oh, no. What is happening?
It looks like Rob West got the back end of something there, too.
Oh no, and here we go with Igor Koz not having the best of luck, and unfortunately is just getting tangled. But that's given a lot of good fortune for some of these other drivers. Let's bring up our timing tower, and we can see Yuri Steinmetz is now up front with Gordon Ramsay in tow, who's had a great start. Thomas Worm Jr. is in third, Lee Holmes in fourth, Philip Hammer is now in fifth. So Philip Hammer is already up 3 positions, so he's had a real great run. Our current season, I shouldn't say champion, I should say current season leader in points. Thorsten Cypher is up 1 position. Julian is up. I keep giving the French accent to that one. I gotta figure that one out one day. And we got Jonathan Newman, and yeah, what are your thoughts on seeing that first lap?
Oh, it's a shame that it starts like that, but hopefully there's not too much damage. Obviously there is for some, but if you look at there, Ryan Winfield, he's probably just boiling. But that's where I see Ryan Winfield's best driving come up, when he's upset or pissed off. So let's see how he can work through the pack here. Jason Lyons, mediocre start there, but he's looking for his first win, but he's got to get through Redhead and Newman there for the amateurs. Oh man, it's starting off good.
Definitely, and I've actually heard that Ryan Winfeld's dad usually watches the broadcast and cheering on his son, so shout out to Ryan Winfeld's dad. I'm not sure what your name is, but hey, how's it going? Hope you're listening and tuning in. But yeah,
great to see that family support and racing like this when it's just you in the car, having that father-son relationship during this. It's the best. That's the best way to go racing, and to hold each other accountable. Hey son, you did this great, but hey, I love you got to get better here.
Definitely, and here we're following along with Corey Lazarus trying to make a move on Jonathan Newman. Always wants the inside into the source, and is he able to snag that inside? And he is, and is he going to make that pass? Yeah, and there you go, Corey Lazarus is through. Jonathan Newman is down 1 spot than previous lap, and Corey Lazarus is through into our top 10 in 9th position, up 1 spot total.
Yeah, if anyone's looking for a clinic on how to get through the field and make passes where you don't think you can make passes, go back and watch Lazarus in the sprint in this. He's just making beautiful, nice, clean passes the whole day so far.
That is definitely for sure. And we've got a 2-wide situation. Oh, not a 2-wide situation. There was a slowdown. Thorsten Cypher had a slowdown that he had to serve, and that's put him back quite a few spots. He had a great run so far. He was up a few spots, and now he's down. And that's just how the tides turn. He's still got more slowdown to serve, and that's just how the tides turn. It can happen very, very quickly. And as you see it, he's now way down into 13th after being, I think he was in 2nd in the sprint race.
Yeah, exactly. And that's some of that's a residual effect of pushing it too much through Eau Rouge. You could make a lot of time, but if you want to be safe and get through there, lift a little bit, maybe lose 2/10 and stuff. It's not going to be the end of the world. You try to make it up somewhere else in the track.
Definitely, and here you can actually see he was passing by, Ryan Winfeld is now up towards this pack once again. So he's made up all of that ground that he previously had lost from that spin, and with 26 minutes remaining in this race, he can still make up a lot of good spots. And here's Alexander Wilford making a pass on Barry Clayton, and there we go, with Wilford making a beautiful pass on Barry Clayton. It looked like Barry Clayton made a little bit of a mistake, and Wilford was able to take advantage of that. And here we go with Ryan Winfeld now trying to make a pass on Barry Clayton. Barry Clayton having a tough run at it this race. It's looking like being swarmed from all angles.
Yeah, I've been watching Barry too. He's kind of, didn't get a whole lot of attention in the last few rounds, but I was watching some of his lap times and stuff, and there's improvements coming there. I like to see him out. He's consistent, good driver. You never really hear of him in much drama. He's racing clean, so Winfield's getting by there and probably helped a little bit to let him by. You don't want to get in Winfield's way now when he's smells blood in the water like that. Better to make peace there and maybe try to latch onto him.
Definitely a driver I would want to follow along with in draft. Oh no! It looks like Wilford has spun. I'm not sure how that happened. Let's just take a quick look at how that happened. He may have spun. Oh, and it looks like he just barely missed his braking point. And he just tossed it and ate his own cookies instead of taking out another driver.
Yeah.
And that's
Wilford, he's our amateur winner at Red Bull Ring and Monza, so that's a shame.
Definitely. Oh, it looks like Danny Hugendorn went off and has allowed Philip Hammer to get by. I want to just take a quick look at how that happened. Oh, it looks like Danny outbrakes himself and just had to take some grass and join the John Deere tractor team.
There he goes. He's tuning up his motocross skills. I like that.
Yeah, he's farming. Here we go, too wide. Oh, let's see how this works out. It looks like Corey Lazarus was able to make that pass. Not a place you traditionally see passing going on, but Corey was able to make that work on Julien. I think I got Julian. No, I don't know.
Julian. Yeah,
I'll let you try next time.
I'll just bow out, dude.
I'll try. I'll keep trying. I'll never give up on that one. I'll get it one time. Looks like Ryan Winfeld has made a pass on Glenn Humberstone, and those two cars are eating each other's bumpers. But Ryan is able to make it work and stay ahead.
Nice. Next up, Jason Lyon's been cutting nice smooth laps. He could latch onto his draft for a lap or two, get some extra speed there. I predict Ryan by the end of the race, it might be a bit much. It's a good 4 or 5 seconds, but let's shoot for a top 10 for Winfield coming from the back there.
Definitely. And we can see Jonathan Newman, our top amateur driver, battling it out with some very competent drivers, very tough competitors. Of Gurkan Demir is directly behind, with Julian and Corey directly ahead. So he's got quite a handful to handle right here. And here we go through.
There, Newman.
Oh, definitely. And here you go, first time in our race and already in the thick of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we got a new consistent member. This is what it's all about. Just constant battling like this, tooth and nail, and keeping it clean. We love it.
Here we go. Is he trying to get up ahead? Get up alongside? No, and under braking, he is not able to get there quite yet, but having a little bit of a better line, he may be making up some time. Is he going to try and make a move going into, what's the name of this corner? Rivage, there we go. Is he? No, he's not going to make a move, but these guys are closer than ever. Julian followed by Jonathan and Gurkan.
Nice to see Gurkan getting some TV time there. He's a OG PCC guy. I'm a big fan of his, so I'm hoping he could hold on to this top 10 or move forward here if he could dispose of Newman as an amateur here.
Definitely. Gherkin's been in our league since day one, so it's nice to see him still around. A friend of mine, actually, and from other leagues. So it's nice to see him out there. He's doing real well, up 4 spots in our feature race already. And he started at the back in our sprint, so it's tough within this field, this strength of field, to make up that many spots. What an unbelievable drive.
That's a great drive. Yeah, you said it. Tough way to pass, tough way to get through the field. He's making it happen, being cool and chipping these guys off.
Following along with Philip Hammer coming around into Chicane, and it's actually named just Chicane. What a beautiful name, right?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Here we go into Chicane, and he's following Lee Holmes, trying to find a way through. Lee Holmes locking up under braking, and that's opening the door for Philip Hammer to get through on the exit of the chicane, and he's got the left lane position heading into La Source, and Lee Holmes on the inside. I'd prefer to be on the inside, to be honest, but let's see how this goes. Under braking, Lee Holmes is now ahead. Philip Hammer's not able to break through that door, and that's brought the likes of Danny Hugendorn directly behind, and this is not going to be an easy situation for any of these drivers. They're getting even closer together, and this is going to be some real good racing right about now.
Jeez, they're flying through Eau Rouge, just wide open down this long straight, drafting each other. I'm surprised Hammer didn't make that pass.
Here we go. Philip Hammer on the inside of Lecombs, and able to now finally get by and under braking and give a little bit of a defensive line on the exit to keep Lee Holmes behind. Now Danny Hugendorn has got to think about how can he get through, or Lee Holmes just how to keep him behind. Lee Holmes, a very confident driver himself. It's not an easy pass when you've got Lee Holmes on your hands, that's for sure. Oh no, and Ryan Winfeld has gone off the track.
Bummer.
Let's see how that happened. Oh, trying to get up the inside. Let's just take a quick look at how did that happen. Jeez, oh, and we have a 3 wide, and it's just not a lot of space, and just and that's an unfortunate situation.
That's a bummer.
You know, you gotta go through, you gotta go for it full send, and sometimes it just doesn't always work out, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see Lyons held on. He was looking through his rearview mirror there. Unfortunately, he's probably been traumatized the last couple of weeks with big hits, big crashes. So he's hyper aware of someone taking him out. So nice way to keep yourself in the race there, Jason.
Definitely. And at this point in time, I may as well make a mention that if anyone has an Amazon Prime membership, please subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra to subscribe to our Twitch if you have an Amazon Prime membership, and every little bit helps our league out a lot. And here you go, Gherkin Demir's making a pass at the chicane on Jonathan Newman. What a move, what a pass. And here we go, another 2 wide through the chicane. Jason Lyons and Alexander Redhead battling it out.
Yeah, these guys are in for the points, so this is the cutthroat here. They need these points. They want to stay ahead of one another, and Lyons, he's got his eyes on Newman, the new guy. He's got to catch up to him. He's got a good 6 seconds to drive to catch up, but we're not even halfway through. It could happen.
Yeah, definitely. Jason Lyons has got his eyes on the prize, and he wants it. He is hungry for that prize.
Just nailing Eau Rouge there. Perfect.
And I believe it's Jason Lyons is our current number 1 in our amateur division for season standings. So he's got a lot on the line, and every position counts.
Yeah, exactly. He's only got 7 points on Watts, and unfortunately he's not here today, and then Wilford's right behind him.
Oh no, it looks like Thorsten Seifer and Jonathan Newman had a little bit of a tangle. Let's just take a quick look at what happened there. It may be someone out-braking themselves, and that's, I think, exactly what happened. Oh, and here's Thorsten Seifer. He's just actually coming late to the party. Oh, it looks like... Oh, that's exactly what happened. He's going for a tractor ride himself, Jonathan Newman. Just a little bit of a late break, and that's allowed Thorsten Seifer to get through and make up one of those spots that he so dearly missed from losing it during his slowdown penalty. Oh, and Danny Hugendorn going 2 wide into, I don't know the name of that corner, that's all on you, to try and make a pass on Lee Holmes.
Nice.
Nice.
We're trying to get to the front. Look at that.
And there you go. He's made it through, and he's got a lot of time to make up if he wants to get into that podium positions up at the front. Philip Hammer has now made up a lot of time and is getting up onto the rear bumper of Thomas Worm Jr., heading towards the chicane. Is he going to go for the inside move? No, he's going to have some patience. He's going to wait it out.
Put some heat on Thomas there, get him to squirm a little bit and break him down and try to get a wheel in alongside of him there. Just, oh, look at Ramsey, not too far ahead there.
Definitely. We're following along right now with Rob West and Glenn Humberstone. Is he going to make a move? Both these guys have crazy wild liveries. And here you go, Rob West trying to make that move under braking, but Glenn Humberstone not giving it up easy. Both these guys, holy crap, all I got to say.
Wow, what a move. Holy
and there's a spin from, it looks like Alexander Wilford.
Oh, no.
No, that wasn't Wilford. Sorry, that was Redhead. That was Alex. Wrong Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong Alex. That was Redhead making a spin out of the chicane.
Ah, bummer. Didn't need that first points.
Definitely. So he had a great run, and now he's a little bit behind, but at least he's not giving up, and that's what we love to see. Isn't that right, Adam?
Absolutely. Got to go for it.
Never give up. The moment you give up is
what's going to happen. Yep.
And you never know what's going to happen, and the moment you give up is the moment you stop learning.
Yep, exactly. That's the beauty of racing.
Here we go, coming down that hill. Oh, it looks like Lee Holmes was
back.
There may have been a slowdown penalty from Danny that he had to serve, but Holmes has now gained that position back.
That's awesome. Fighting for that top 5. I'd love to see it.
It's a perfect example why you never ever give up. You never know what can happen.
You said it.
You know, every corner matters until that finish line is crossed at the end of the race.
Exactly. Until Barney starts whipping out that checker flag, you race to that checkers.
Someone's got to tell me, how is he named Barney? I'm really curious.
I heard you call it that, and I had a good chuckle. I said, that's perfect.
Well, I've just heard it through the iRacing forums and stuff. His name's Barney, and you know what? Let's run with it.
Absolutely.
He's not a purple dinosaur, but he's our flag guy, and we love him.
Yeah, he's consistent. He always shows up. Never have to worry about him.
Yeah, exactly. Philip Hammer still behind Thomas Worm Jr. heading into the chicane. Is Philip Hammer going to make the move? No, he's going to wait it out. Wow. He's got 13 and a half minutes really of racing left, but that's not a lot of time to make that pass.
Is Worm catching Ramsey at all? I mean, Steinmetz is kind of checked out. He's got the 3.3 seconds, but is this Worm and Hammer combo, are they gaining on Ramsey or not? I can't tell. Oh, now I can. No, they're not. Ramsey's lap time's quicker, so
yeah,
these guys got to stop. They're hurting each other now, so either they give way or Hammer makes a more aggressive pass to get through and fight his way to the front.
Yeah, definitely, and it's these are the little strategy calls that they're hard to make in that moment, to like relax and let the race unfold, but they can really make a difference down the length of an entire race. It's interesting to see how that all unfolds.
It really is, Eddie. Oh, look at this. It reminds me of...
a little bit of a door banging and a bumping, and Gherkin Demir has got ahead, but is he outbraked himself? Whoa. And he has. Oh, no. Oh. And he's now...
Nice. Way to give each other room.
And that's a beautiful recovery from Gherkin Demir, but an unfortunate situation to end up now down 2 spots while trying to make a pass. And Julian has totally taken advantage of that late braking mistake from Gherkin Demir, but Gherkin Demir's back into 10th spot, still up 4 total from where he started, so not a horrible place to be, but he could have been higher up.
Yep. Time could help it. Gherkin just needs to take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and start another charge campaign. He could do it.
I think you would be a great yoga instructor.
Yeah, until you start having to stretch or whatever, I'd throw my back out.
But at least you got this breathe and calm down thing perfect. And I'm gonna have to guess that that's exactly why you've done so well in our Thursday Americas races, is just being able to calm yourself down and not overreact, and it's brought you all the way into second position in our season for
Yeah,
Thursdays.
maybe a little bit of that, maybe a bit of hold my breath, and then maybe reality comes in when my son comes. Hey, can I have some cereal? Kind of gives me a reality check there to cool off.
Yeah. Philip Hammer is closer than ever, but not able to make it happen. Oh no, Danny Hugendorn has made it by Lee Holmes. Corey Lazarus is now made by. And we're going to have a 2 wide into La Source.
Lazarus just picking guys up. Just what a fighter. Wicked racing today.
Lazarus with the shorter distance to travel, making easy work of this pass on Lee Holmes. And I want to take a real quick look at exactly how did that happen. Here we go. Oh, let's see. Nope, not here. It was right here. Here's the pass. Lee Holmes under braking, got a little too excited, missed his braking point, went wide, and there was the two positions lost for the likes of Lee Holmes. And yeah, just like that. One little mistake, as you can see from any of these drivers, and that's got to be something that's gone through your mind before, running up near the front. Like when you have all these very fast drivers, they're not far behind, and you can't make any mistake. And I guess we're learning now exactly how you manage that, is just breathe and think of your son wanting cereal.
Well, he just kicks the door open. He doesn't care what I'm doing in here. I'm all freaked out, red face, gripping white knuckle, and he wants some cereal. So, I mean, it brings me back. Some of these guys making these moves like this brings me one of my favorite quotes of a racer was Senna's. If you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver, and that is kind of the essence of it. When you talk about strategies and things like that, where you could hold up each other. Well, you know what? There's the flip side to that, where hey, you're going for it. You're trying to find those holes to pass that guy. You got to go for it.
Definitely. And did I cover the pass Philip Hammer on Thomas Worm Jr.? I think I did or didn't.
Jeez, I don't think he did. No, we didn't. We saw Hammer behind him for 2 or 3 laps.
Here we go. Oh, and there it is. Here they're going 2 wide down the Kemmel Straight, and I'm gonna have to guess that he made easy work of Thomas Worm Jr. Oh, and he actually tucks in behind, and he didn't want to hold him up too much longer, it looks like. And Thomas Worm Jr., very smart of him actually to let him through, and he's gonna get the nice toe all the way up into Gordon's rear bumper and start making attempts at that.
Whoa,
I'm sure.
did he ever? Look at that. I mean, nice move by Worm. I think he put up a good fight. Maybe he's running out of gas or feeling like he's driving on the edge and make way, try to get some of that draft. But, oh, geez, Ramsey's thinking to himself, Worm, come on, man, hold that guy off a couple more laps. I need a little more room to breathe because here comes Hammer.
Definitely. And that is not going to play into the cards of Gordon Ramsay's race. Gordon Ramsay now has a lot to fear with the likes of Philip Hammer in tow and getting closer and closer as we go through the corners, not just laps, but corners.
Yeah, and this is, Ramsey's the offensive guy at the beginning half of the race, turns into a master of defense in the second. He's trying to get away as best he can, but, if it took Hammer 3 or 4 laps on Worm, what's going to take to get by Ramsey?
I've got a notification that Barry Clayton has crashed. Let's just take a real quick look at how that happened. And that's unfortunate. He was being such a steady driver and to all of a sudden crash. That's real unfortunate. Oh, and there's he just made out with the wall. That was deep French kissing.
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, hey, Barry, if you're going to crash, make it spectacular. That was awesome. What a crash.
You got to make it look like you're a ballerina.
Exactly. That's a shame, though. He's been driving well.
Yeah, he definitely had a real great drive up until that point. So I gotta say, I'm sad to see that happen. I was excited how he was going at it, and yeah.
And he doesn't look like he's quitting there. It looks like Clayton's still going. But as I look at the scoreboard, my heart dropped a little bit there. West is out. That's too bad.
It looks like West is out. Let me see if I can find exactly what happened. He went off track. Oh, come on. Okay. Nope, that is not West. I want West.
There. I like
Here we
Clayton's,
go.
livery is nice there too.
Here we go. This was, I think, his last off track. Yeah, he went way off, and he may have just triggered the incident limits and has gone through a drive-through, or and just given up. I know that he struggled. Let's go back up here. Oh, and Gordon Ramsay is past Yuri Steinmetz. How has that happened?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What is going on here? What's with the scoreboard says Yuri's still in the lead?
Oh no, it says Yuri's in the lead. Sorry, I'm mixing up deliveries here, and people. Yuri is in the lead.
Okay,
Gordon Ramsay. That one's on me. Oh boy.
No. Hey, these race car drivers battling the whole time. Hey, come on, give us a break here. It's hard to keep track, guys.
There's Yuri right up here. Gordon Ramsay, followed by Philip Hammer.
Oh geez, this is gonna be one to watch. That's for sure.
Thomas Worm Jr., Danny Hugendorn, all coming down the Camel Straight right here as you see it. And
still going at it. Jeez.
Listen to those sounds of those cars coming along. Absolutely beautiful. Here's Jason Lyons. He's actually in a real great spot in 12th position for great season points, and he's on I would say actually a happy island on the beach drinking a margarita in this gap that he's got.
Yeah, you said it. He deserves it too. He's had a dark cloud over him last year. Great to see a nice drive here. It ain't over yet. Still got 5 minutes to go, but he's looking like a great drive. This one at whatever this track's called, Spa.
Whatever. Yeah, we've forgotten the corner names. We've forgotten the whole name of even the track.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Gherkin hanging in a top 10 there. Nice.
Let's follow along with Gherkin. Actually, yeah. These guys, they're all still hugging each other, giant bear hugs, not letting anyone go. They are very much all in contact with each other in a battle for 8th. One tiny mistake from any of these drivers, and it's definitely going to make some changes on our position timing chart here for especially for the season standing. So
yeah, absolutely. And Gherkin's it's that pecking order reference last week too. Like he doesn't want to get beat by an amateur driver, and if one does, he wouldn't mind putting one of these, Cypher or Julian behind him to get a little bit of insurance if Newman does catch one of these guys and stays in that pro ranks. And if anyone's watching doesn't understand what we're talking pro and amateur, on the left side, the green bars there, those are our pro drivers, and the white background, those are our amateur drivers. Two separate classes.
And everyone races together in a giant mix of things, and you basically get this, exactly what you're seeing. It's a beautiful sight to see everyone on track together. It's a race within a race.
Yeah, exactly.
And here we go, Philip Hammer getting an excellent launch up that hill of Eau Rouge and going through Radilia, and he's going to make that move. Gordon Ramsay wants the inside. Philip Hammer's got to take that outside. When it switches back, Philip Hammer is going to definitely be in the better spot. But Gordon Ramsay under braking, able to make it happen. Philip Hammer's got to find a way to do some sort of over-under or under-over or something or rather, solve the puzzle of Scotland.
Wow, nice defensive move by Ramsay. Even found a little bit of a gap there. It was just a test of who got on the brakes early there. I see what Hammer was thinking. If he could stay alongside of him, he'd have the inside on the next one, but Ramsay was too quick.
And these two teammates here, Thorsten and Julian, are battling it out, and they're definitely playing nice with each other, because there's sometimes they probably could have made a pass, but playing nice together has actually paid off, because the likes of Gherkin, Demir, and Jonathan Newman now have a gap to these two teammates up here.
He's looking like a fighter, eh? He ain't letting Gherkin get away here.
No, not at all. I'm loving that gradient. Is that the right word? The gradient paint that fades from one color to another. Absolutely love that. Great paint. But from Thorsten and Julian behaving together, have actually put a nice gap. They've trusted in each other to make that gap, and yeah, like I've said, it's paid off.
Yeah, that's another one there too, though. They don't want to get by the teammate. They don't want to go back into their pits and know that the guy on the same equipment, same setup or whatever is beating you. So let's see how that shuffles out.
Here we go with Lee Holmes going around the outside on Corey Lazarus and able to make a pass around Blanchemont, I believe is the name of that corner.
Holmes past Lazarus?
And here we go, Thorsten
Oh,
Seifert
geez.
finally going for the move under braking into the chicane on Julian, able to make it happen, and he's now by his teammate, and he's gonna start trying to put the hammer down and get by and stay ahead. Here we go into La Source. Julian is going to go for the inside, but not able to make it happen. You can see Barney on the grass in the background waving his white flag. And here we go for a drag race.
Disqualified.
Oh,
Excellent work, Barney.
here we go. Drag race up Eau Rouge, and Julian is now back in the lead.
Jeez.
And we got to head all the way up to Gordon Ramsay and Philip Hammer battling it out. Philip's still not able to gain an overlap, so we're going to have to head right back to the battle here for 8th position with Julian and Thorsten heading down the Camel Straight right now. Not able to make any ground up. Here we go with the last lap, of course, guys. Jason Lyons and Glenn Humberstone. It looks like Glenn Humberstone's slowing down. He may have a slowdown.
That hurt.
He may have
Yeah, they don't want to run it into there. How about our leaders there, Ramsey and Hammer? Has Hammer made a move on?
Nope, not yet. It looks like Gordon is still ahead, and now we're following along with Yuri Steinmetz driving the drive of his life in first position right now. He's just got a few more corners to go. He's 5.5 seconds ahead of P2 in a real good place.
On rails.
Just absolutely on rails, laser focused, and he's got it going on. Gordon Ramsay now going around Blanchimont for the last time with Philip Hammer in tow. Philip Hammer's got to either accept his position or make a move into that chicane. Looks like he's getting closer and closer. He's stalking his prey, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it work. They're going to head single file through the chicane as Yuri Steinmetz is coming out of the chicane to take the win of this race. Congratulations, Yuri Steinmetz. And Gordon Ramsay, Philip Hammer, Thomas Worm Jr. Here comes Danny Hugendorn, Lee Holmes, Corey Lazarus, Julian Wish, Thorsten Seifert, who is not able to make that pass to make it stick. Gherkin Demir. Oh, it looks like Gherkin Demir missed his... Oh, no.
Oh. Ouch.
And that, fortunately, Jonathan Newman didn't lose too much. Definitely never...
I hate to say it, last corner, last lap, but still, at least no harm, no foul there. Everybody was okay.
Definitely. And here you go with Glenn Humberstone coming across, and Alexander Redhead, I think, is going to be our last driver.
Yep, get those
who's
points.
Our last surviving driver of our race. And what a race. Wow.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Let's see. I don't think we have anyone in the interview booth quite yet, but wow, that was awesome. What are your thoughts on that race? Who is your driver to watch of that race?
Geez, I was hoping Winfield, but a shame what happened at the start with him. Steinmetz really blew my doors off. I mean, that's a warning flare for anyone. If you let Steinmetz get out front early, you got to be careful. Nice move from Hammer coming from the back, getting up front there. Ramsey again, another great race, holding on. Hugendorn, had some flashes, and then Worm, a solid race in fourth. The top five, and our amateurs. Newman, new guy on the block, showing what he can do there. And Lyons, finally, the dark cloud's gone, and a great finish for him. That's going to really help him for the points.
And it looks like Gherkin Demir, because he went off track, he actually finished that race with a black flag status, and that's put him, so he was ahead of Jonathan Newman across that finish line, and he is actually now behind all of our amateur drivers here in 15th position. So, yeah, there you go.
A bummer. That's a bummer for Gherkin. Such a great race to have that happen on the last corners and the last lap. Ouch.
So Jonathan Newman actually didn't lose anything.
Oh yeah, top 10 too overall. Wow,
what drive from our Jonathan Newman, our first drive that we've seen Jonathan Newman in. Jason Lyons up in 11th position, so that he's done well as an amateur driver. Alexander Wilford, he did have to serve a qualifying ban. Alexander Wilford, after being, after targeting the marching band last week, we'll call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess Wilford just doesn't get along with marching bands, and and that's all that
No,
happened.
yeah, it was a bummer for West too. So I'm really, it's the second week now looking for a rebound run. Got some flashes of brilliance in that one, but unfortunately got caught up in a few things. So that's why we raced. Let's re-rack them. Do it again next weekend.
Exactly. And we got Glenn Humberstone in 13th and Alexander Redhead in 14th. Quite a battle for all of our amateur drivers who ended up all beside each other, which is a beautiful sight to see. It shows our pro amateur, the way that we sorted is also working really well. And yeah, it's just real exciting. And what was your favorite thing of this race? I think for me, I gotta say, was that the last lap of our sprint race, absolutely
Oh, that
wild.
was pretty wild. Yeah, hard to top that. But if I had to single one thing out, one driver was Lazarus. I mean, he just was making such nice moves, never in any drama, just carving his way silently through the pack. That was cool to see.
Definitely. And I don't think anyone's in our interview booth, but for next week and so on, if anyone wants to do an interview, just come into the interview booth. We're always curious to hear what your thoughts are on the race, how good or bad it was. Even if you finish in last place and you quit out, whatever, you know what? We like to hear from you too. You don't have to be the winner of the race to join our interview booth. It's always nice to hear from anyone, front or back or mid pack. And yeah, and
Yeah, hop in, tell us how the car was reacting, how it felt out there. Those are the kind of insight we're looking for because I'm on the couch here watching this. It's great to see what's going on the actual track.
And I guess that's our race. And remember, guys, subscribe with your Amazon Prime if you've got it. Support the league. And I'll see you guys next week. And thank you again, Adam, for joining me. I love having you here. And hopefully we can keep making this work. And yeah, had lots of fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Mike, and thanks for putting everything on and all the drivers here. Great race. It was a blast to watch week in, week out.
Yeah. Have a good night.